As a long-standing community leader working with the Harrow communities, how do you see the relationships between the India and Pakistan background communities?
The majority of members of the community are not interested. There is a small minority who make political capital out of the divisions, and the educated community that lives in Harrow are not interested in the politics of subcontinent. They are interested in what happens to their day-to-day life in Harrow.
The relationship has always been good. I've been in Harrow for more than 40 years. We never had problems. And most of the Asians in Harrow are from East Africa, so they live together. There's no question about what religion they are. They stay together, eat together, go out together, do everything together.
I think the relationship between the Asian community in Harrow has been very harmonious, and people are getting along with each other very well. And I think they're a good example for other boroughs to follow.
Harrow East MP keeps taking sides with the Indian-Pakistan situations like Kashmir, saying that he speaks on behalf of his Gujarati and Hindu constituents. Are these constituents so interested in these remote situations?
I, as a Gujarati, am not interested in Indian politics. I don't have a right to vote in India, hence I would not have anything to do with the subcontinent politics.
They are only doing this thing to gain power themselves. There is no other reason for it. There is no need for it.
The issues in India, Pakistan or Kashmir are for the people up down there to sort it out. People here have got local issues here. We got NHS, we got these Brexit issues, we got what they call discrimination, migration. All those issues are affecting us here, and that should be, we should concentrate on those issues rather than getting involved in the outside of the country.
The reality for me is that as I come from a background of Hindu Gujarati, living in Cantonese and hail from East African roots of Asian heritage, of course, Gujarati Asian, I find it quite difficult to take it on, because India is a lovely country and we visit it, but I think the politics of India, I'm not sure whether they should be representing and spoken of here. We have our own issues to consider here.
The community in this country, as I said earlier, are interested in their day-to-day life. They want job, they want good housing, they want to be safe on the streets of Harrow, they want their children to be educated, they want good roads, not potholes. These are the things they are concerned about in their day-to-day life.
Most of us don't even think of India and Pakistan. We think of local issues and national issues. India and Pakistan, we might visit it, but there is no connection as such, because, as I said, most of us are from East Africa, second generation, third generation, fourth generation. So we don't think about India as our motherland.
I went to Kashmir about 6 years ago, and I have to say I've got lovely memories of it. I'll never forget the camaraderie all the local population gave us and supported us on our expedition, so to speak. And I have to say repeatedly that I think politicians tend to divide people. My experience there for the week I stayed there was that we all got on really well.
What is the message for those who, in the name of their constituents, follow their own India-Pakistan agenda?
India and Pakistan are huge countries with wealth of knowledge, resources, and these countries are progressing beyond anybody's imagination. they could be superpowers in next few years, and they don't need help from any other country to solve their problems.
These issues concerned about India-Pakistan, has to be handled by the high commissioners of this country, the embassies of these countries, and their lobbies. But as far as the local people are concerned here, we should be interested in local issues, what the council is doing, what is happening here, and not get involved, which are not issues outside our area.
The message I would like to give really is that, I'm someone who really believes in building bridges within all the various communities in Harrow. And as a community worker for a long time, I think I have done that and I'd like to do that. I certainly don't believe in creating walls, and I would certainly say that build bridges, don't divide our communities. There's no place for it in Harrow.